The air in the lawyer's office felt too still, like everything inside was holding its breath. Dust motes floated in the sunlight that filtered through the blinds. Aisha sat on the far side of the long wooden table, her back straight but her palms damp. Her mother, Shazia, sat beside her, graceful as always, in a soft gray shawl and matching pearls, eyes red but dry. Her brother Daniel, the youngest and the loudest, sat sprawled across from them, one ankle over his knee, his phone face down but never out of reach. Mr. Haroon, the family's longtime lawyer, adjusted his glasses and began, according to the final will of the late Mr. Kamal Ahmed, dated the 14th of June, 2021, the estate shall be distributed as follows. Aisha's heart thudded against her ribs. The words echoed in her ears. Final will, the distribution, the estate. Her father had always said, everything I've built for both of you. But the will said otherwise. The family house and business assets shall be transferred to his wife, Mrs. Shazia Kamal. Remaining savings, investments, and personal effects will be divided equally between the children. Daniel let out a soft chuckle, half smirk, half relief. So, Mom gets the big stuff. Figures. Aisha's stomach tightened. Her father had been fair, always fair. He never played favorites. But this didn't feel like him. Chapter 2. The silence between walls. The Kamal family home was an elegant relic in Gulberg, Lahore. Old wooden floors, carved banisters, the scent of jasmine from her father's garden still hanging in the air. Aisha moved back home after the funeral. Just for a few months, her mother had said, so we're not lonely. But the house didn't feel like home anymore. The laughter that once filled the hallways had been replaced by a silence that pressed down on her chest. Everywhere she looked, she saw traces of her father, his reading glasses on the side table, the prayer beads on his nightstand, the unfinished crossword on the study desk. She'd catch herself whispering, "Why, Baba? Why would you leave it this way?" Chapter 3. The brother who never grew up. Denial came and went like a storm. He was charming, careless, and utterly confident that the world would always clean up after him. His startup dreams changed monthly, from cryptocurrency to coffee trucks to wedding photography. Aisha often found him rummaging through drawers, looking for that one checkbook or dad's insurance file. One evening, as she walked into the kitchen, she overheard him say, "Mom, I just need 5 lakhs, that's it. The house is ours now, I can use it as collateral." Aisha froze mid-step. Collateral? For what, Daniel? He flinched, caught. Relax, API. It's just a business thing. You wouldn't understand. Her mother stepped between them. Aisha, please. He's just starting his life. You're settled. Don't suffocate him. The words stung. You're settled. As if stability meant she didn't deserve fairness. Chapter 4. The missing papers. Weeks passed. Aisha started noticing small changes. The family photos that once hung in the hallway were gone. Some of her father's files were missing from the study. Then one day, while looking for an old picture of her parents' wedding, she opened the bottom drawer of the desk. The one her father had kept locked. Inside was a brown envelope marked property file, house title. But the name on the ownership deed made her heart stop. The owners, Shazia Kamal and Daniel Kamal. Address, Gulberg, Lahore. Her name missing. She ran to her mother's room, holding the papers. What is this? Her mother's eyes didn't flinch. It's just paperwork. Denial needed to be added for legal reasons. Aisha's throat tightened. Added? Why wasn't I told? Her mother's tone turned cold. Because you wouldn't understand. You have your job, your independence. He doesn't. The house will stay in the family through him. The words burned. So I'm not part of this family anymore? Her mother looked away. Don't twist my words. You're just different. Chapter 5. The truth unfolds. That night, Aisha barely slept. She dug through every email, every file, every old WhatsApp message from her father's last year. Nothing hinted at any change to the will. So she went to the one person who might still tell her the truth, Mr. Haroon. The next morning, she stood in his office, the city's noise muffled behind glass. "Mr. Haroon, I need to know something," she said. "Were there any modifications to my father's will before he passed?" He frowned. "No, Miss Aisha. The last official version I have lists you as one of the primary heirs." She showed him the house papers. His eyes widened. "These are forged. See here? The notary stamp is fake." The ground seemed to vanish beneath her. Who filed this? She whispered. Your mother and brother came by a month after your father's death, he said reluctantly. They claimed you verbally agreed to let them manage the property. Her chest ached. They lied. Chapter 6. The reckoning. That evening, she came home calm, too calm. Daniel was in the driveway, chatting on his phone. Her mother was arranging flowers in the living room. Amy, Aisha said softly, we need to talk. Her mother smiled nervously. Later, Beta. I'm busy. No. No. She laid the forged documents on the table. These are fake. The lawyer confirmed it. Baba never changed the will. Daniel laughed. Oh, come on, API. You think anyone will believe that? You're just jealous because Dad trusted me with the house. Her voice stayed steady. Dad trusted me to protect what's right, not to steal it. Her mother's face hardened. Mind your tone. We did what was best for the family. Aisha took a deep breath. No, Amy. You did what was best for him, the son. I'm done paying for being the responsible one. Then, calmly, I've already spoken to a lawyer. You forged a legal document. If you don't reverse it, we'll go to court. The silence was deafening. Daniel's smirk faded. Her mother's eyes filled with shock, not from guilt, but disbelief that her daughter had finally stood up to her. Chapter 7. The consequence. Months of court hearings followed. The family's name spread through whispers in relatives' living rooms and chai shops. The Kamal siblings are fighting over property. But Aisha didn't care anymore. For the first time, she wasn't shrinking. She wasn't apologizing for wanting what was hers. When the court verdict finally came, she sat in the wooden chair, trembling. The court rules in favor of Miss Aisha Kamal, the judge said. The forged deed is null and void. Full ownership shall revert to her name as co-heir per original will. Her mother stared blankly ahead. Daniel didn't show up. Aisha left the courtroom quietly. The sky outside was gray and heavy, but she felt lighter than she had in years. Chapter 8. The goodbye. 2 months later, the house was sold. Her mother refused to move out until the final day. I don't understand you, she said, folding the last of her clothes. You took everything. Aisha smiled sadly. No, Emma. I just stopped giving everything. Her mother's eyes softened for a moment, as if realizing the truth too late. You're just like your father, she whispered. Too proud for your own good. Aisha's voice trembled. No, Emma. Just finally proud enough. She handed her mother a check, her share of the sale. You deserve this. Not for what you did, but for what you went through. Then she turned and walked out of the house that had both raised and broken her. Chapter 9. Freedom. Aisha's new apartment was small. 1 bedroom, 1 balcony, 1 heart at peace. Every evening, she brewed her father's green tea, opened the balcony doors, and watched the sky turn pink over Lahore's skyline. Sometimes, she missed the garden, the laughter, the smell of her mother's cooking. But she didn't miss the weight, the quiet guilt that had sat on her shoulders her whole life. She finally understood something her father once told her when she was 16. Courage isn't loud, Beta. Sometimes it's just choosing yourself and not apologizing for it. She smiled softly. That night, she wrote those words on a sticky note and placed it by her window. Final line. Inheritance isn't what we're given. It's what we refuse to lose: our dignity, our peace, our truth.